The drone is completely obliterated. It lost track of the boat and then got destroyed.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Today is gonna be kind of a crazy day.
Not the kind of crazy you're used to with us.
So guys, I have promised that I promised to myself, I should say, because nobody else wants to actually deliver on this promise. I want to take the boat out one more time.
Who takes the boat out in November?
So you saw the temperature, 33 degrees as a low, right? The high's gonna be 58. The water's gotta be low 50s, maybe even low 40s. I was told that earlier this week there was a thin layer of ice.
No.
I did hear that.
Really?
Yeah, Devin told me
Is
that.
that bad for your boat?
Well, hopefully it'll melt by the time we get there. So we are taking the boat out today. When I say we, I mean me.
And a bunch of dudes.
With a bunch of buddies, a couple guys from the office, and obviously some of the Binghams. So come along with me. It should be kind of a wild ride. It should be kind of fun though. One last voyage into the lakes before we store her away for the winter. Good afternoon, YouTube. We are at Deer Creek, beautiful Deer Creek, and we are about to put in the boat. Now guys, it is 60 degrees outside. I'm willing to bet this water is gonna be somewhere around 50-ish, maybe high 40 degrees. As you can see, there's not a single boat out here anywhere on the lake. So we are going to be able to surf to our heart's content, wakeboard to our heart's content. It's gonna be an awesome time. I've got with me Jared Bingham from Jared and Britt. What up? We've got Uncle Branden coming there from This Is How We Bingham. And we've got another buddy of mine who you met at our Zion's trip, Charlie, who's gonna be joining us as well. So we couldn't get Sean, we couldn't get Daniel, they couldn't come unfortunately. But guys, it's gonna be an awesome adventure out here on the Malibu today. All right guys, so we got some necessities for today. Number one necessity, the beanie. The beanie will stay on at all times during this excursion. Number two necessity, a smile. We're very excited for today's events. Number three necessity, a life jacket. These are in order, by the way.
Well, if they're in order, then I would have said GoPro first.
That's true, that's true.
Because you have to document anytime you're this stupid.
All right guys, we are fully geared, we are ready to go. I have nominated myself to go first into the abyss. So as an update, water is 53 degrees, you guys. If we're lucky, it's gonna get into high 40s here.
Oh my gosh, it's destroyed.
Took a good hit. All right, here.
Hey, well, let me give you the good news, buddy.
What?
I just bought you the new one.
No,
Sorry.
B?
Yeah.
You didn't have to do that. It wasn't your fault.
I felt pretty bad. It's the cool mini one that's as big as a phone, but.
Oh my gosh, dude, no, return it. You don't have to do that.
It doesn't come out to the 11th, so it'll be here on the 14th,
Oh
but.
my gosh, no, dude, don't.
You gotta have a drone, dude. And
Well,
that thing is,
it
look at
wasn't
that.
your
Oh
fault.
my gosh, dude. That is hammered. So it was an autopilot tracking the boat. At some point, it just loses signal, and then it beelines it into a cliffside. I don't know what the deal is, but it is toast, dude.
It is toast. Camera gone, blades gone. Dude.
Literally, he was up there looking for the camera, cut your finger wide open, no camera to be found.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The drone is completely obliterated. No footage to like explain what happened. It lost track of the boat and then got destroyed.
Clear over there. How did it make its way over here?
I think Charlie said it just took off. It just
from the pattern, it like did a little circle and it's like took off.
It ended the clip and then it just took off.
Dude, do you think it started tracking a bird?
I wonder, dude. I have no idea. Sometimes if the compass is off, it just thinks it's going home in an emergency and it just flies into a wall.
Okay, Dad is out boating. From what I can tell, they're having success. I kind of wondered if it wouldn't work out, but it looks like they're actually wake surfing in November. How cool is that? We have after school activities in full swing. Turin is at soccer. Ashton and Landon have finished their math, their reading, their piano. Landon is working on his vision therapy exercises. Ashton is also gonna start doing that. He just finished wearing his patch. I'm putting together a quick dinner because Landon has a physical therapist coming to the house. We have somebody that comes once a week to work with him, and it makes it a lot easier that they come to our house, keep him stretched in between his sessions. I also do at-home stretching with him, but this is just somebody that, you know, a physical therapist knows so much more than I do to kind of keep up with him in between. And as soon as Dad gets home, I have full intentions of busting open something that I'm supposed to save for Christmas, but I'm going crazy. They are those robotic vacuums that just vacuum all day long. We got one and I'm dying to try it. I'm going to have Justin put that together when he gets home. Turbo is home from soccer, found his way to the fridge like every growing boy does, and he is headed to watch a football game with his fantasy football friends.
Yep.
What game's on tonight?
I don't even know.
Guess you better figure that out.
Yep.
Does it affect your players tonight?
I hope.
The beanie! The beanie! Where's the beanie?
Number one necessity, the beanie. The beanie will stay on at all times.
Hurley!
First the drone, now the beanie.
Sing, Hurley!
I found the beanie! Hey, you guys ready to go in? All right, y'all, we just finished up boating. We're just getting off. You can see that it's now dark, but guys, what a blast. Charlie and I got in the water. Jared and Brandon opted not to. I think they were probably the smarter ones in that equation. But guys, we had a ton of fun. Water was perfect. Got a soul out here on the lake. It's actually crazy. The season is so far past boating that they've actually pulled all of the docks out of the water. And so really we just pulled the boat right in, backed it right in, left the truck and the trailer just sitting there right in the water, and when we were done boating, we just came back, pulled it right back on, and pulled out. So tons of fun. Gonna head back to Lindsay and the kids, but thanks for joining us.
All right, Justin is home from boating. It was an awesome success. They only had one hiccup, which he's gonna tell you about here in a minute. But I have him to work putting together 2 different kinds of robotic vacuum cleaners. I will be honest with you, I spent the majority of my day on dog hair cleanup today, and I can't say that I'm super thrilled about it. I brushed Annabelle for a long time. I filled up a big bag full of her hair. I need to be more consistent about brushing her, but I vacuumed the entire house, and then I spent a long time doing laundry and lint rolling so much of the laundry, and I just said, oh my gosh, I can't keep doing this. I'm going crazy. So we are gonna put these vacuums to the test, hoping that they are going to make the dog hair a lot easier around here. Okay, Dad has built our very first robotic vacuum, and so far it's vacuuming the corner like a boss. There, it's starting to go.
Okay, you guys, boy, what an adventurous day. So I gotta walk you through some of the events of today as they transpired.
See, you guys? He has a dog hair in his nose right now.
That's gross.
Annabelle is everywhere.
It's like super gross, actually. It's not a nose hair, people, it's a dog hair. So we get out there to the lake. It's just 4 of us. First of all, a ton of fun. Nobody on the lake. It's beautiful.
No one on the lake in November. That's weird.
That's weird. Anyway, so we get out there, we cruise out to the far part of the lake, and I turn to Brandon and I say, hey, do you mind putting the drone in the air, my drone, and having it track as I surf? So Charlie drove the boat, Brandon and Jared were operating drones and cameras. So there's a lot of cameras going on. You'll notice we got a ton of different angles while I was surfing. So just quickly, you gotta check out Jared and Britt and This Is How We Bingham, because we all got just different angles of today's experience, but it was a ton of fun. But my drone was in the air, and it was in tracking mode, and it was tracking me, and I was surfing for a good little while, and then all of a sudden Brandon, you know, as I'm surfing, and he's like, hey, I can't see the drone anymore, and he looks on the screen, and it's frozen, but it's transmitting still a file, so he's able to download the file of whatever was on the drone last, so he knows it's not in the water, otherwise it would have fried the whole system. It couldn't download any data. Well, luckily DJI has the ability to see where the drone's last geographical location was on a map, so we're driving the boat up and down the shoreline, and Brand's kind of guiding us, and he's like, hey, stop right here. So I stop and I jump out of the boat and I swim to shore with my wetsuit on. And I hike up this kind of rocky ledge, and I've got to basically clear this good 5-foot dirt cliff to get above to go where I think the drone is, and up above are some train tracks. So I get up there, I don't see any drone on the train tracks, I walk a couple feet, and then lo and behold, there it is. But guys, it was obliterated. Is that a word? So we don't know what happened. I think it just kind of went off on its own, because it stopped tracking me at one point, and then it just decided to go in a totally different direction. Normally what happens is the drone will just kind of sit there and hover if it loses what it's tracking. But for some reason it just decided to take off, and it just collided into the mountain, and it exploded into a million pieces. In fact, I probably need to show it to you before the end of the night here. As I picked up the drone, the gimbal camera it's missing, the whole thing is just in pieces. And I couldn't find it, so I mean, at this point I'm looking at it knowing that it's irreparable. And so anyway, I pick up what's left of it. I want the SD card in it because I definitely want that footage. I'm convinced that November boating is going to become a thing, and if not, I'm going to make it a thing. Truth is, only 50% of us got in the water. Charlie and I got in the water. Jared and Brandon did not get in the water.
This lake is always slammed with people to the point where it makes it not even fun. Sometimes you have to wait 2 hours just to get on the lake, or you'll sit on the dock for 2 hours waiting for someone to pull the trailer back in because they're waiting in line. So you did solve that problem.
But listen, I want to go show you the damage of the drone, because for it to be in this many pieces and this damaged, it's not like it just gently kind of hit the mountain. It full speed ran into the mountain. So come check this out. All right, guys, so first things first, here we go, right? So prop busted off, leg broke off, prop's broken up here. This one surprisingly actually is just fine, right? So there's the real damage right there, right? And then on top of all of that, look at this, you guys. That is where the camera used to be. So the gimbal that goes inside of here is completely gone. The camera, everything is totally missing. So this drone is absolutely irreparable. And you can just tell by the sheer force and the damage. I mean, it just flew off on its own and decided to crash right into the mountain. Well, despite that, we had a freaking blast. It was a ton of fun hanging out with my brothers and a buddy, and just a good little adventure.